Welcome to another episode of Maungira, Echoes from the Desert. I'm joined with the usual, Tafi and Tau. And today we're going to be talking about dreams. Literal dreams, not aspects, hopes, and goals. Literal dreams. So we're going to be delving into that topic. And first question to you, gentlemen, is dreams to you. How do you perceive them? How do you think about dreams? Does do the things that you dream of actually affect you in your lives? And what are the most biggest things that you've heard about dreams? But for now, first question is dreams. What can you say about dreams?
Well, dreams are a series of thoughts, images, and sensations occurring during a person's sleep. That's a physical.
Googled.
It's from the top of my head.
Yes.
Like that. Wow.
You are also a Google. That's what it means.
Glue.
You are a Google. You
Is
make
this,
you a Zimbabwean.
Is this a wow moment again?
Yes.
No, sir. Not a wow
Dreams
moment.
are definition what we experience as we sleep. These we may see images, whatever we feel. But for me, dreams are to be, how can I put it? Well, dreams sometimes what you dream of happens, but I think they are a connection between your physical and your spiritual existence. Somehow they delve into mysteries that we don't really know about. You can learn a lot from what you dream about. So some of them really affect the way we live or what happens in our lives. I don't know about Tafi. What's your take on that?
They are hallucinations.
You're seeing things.
You're
that are
seeing
not
things.
there.
You see what you see. You're seeing things that are not there. And you. Anyway, they will manifest if you really believe it. But you're right. There should be some kind of connection to the spirit, because apart from just being human beings, we are also spiritual beings. We have a higher power that we might not necessarily want to acknowledge and so on, but the thing is, it's there, and some of this dreaming happens as an intersection, so that. But then again, it can be as simple as you overthinking about your favorite football team, and you dream about being in the stadium and enjoying a hot dog and a glass of your favorite beverage while your team plays and thrashes another team that you really don't like. This is also a dream.
True.
See, so
True.
it's not only spiritual; it's also physical. You also, because once you think about certain things too much, once you are scared of a snake that you saw during the day, it's possible that you dream of snakes chasing you during the night.
Okay.
And that has nothing to do with spiritual mostly. It is just your subconscious showing what it was going through when you were in that FFF moment when you saw the snake.
Okay. So, right. So, many hypotheses have been proposed as to what functions dream perform, some of which have contradicted by later empirical studies. It's also been proposed that dreams serve no particular purpose, and that they are simply a byproduct of biochemical processes that only occur in the brain during sleep.
Okay.
But you have to understand, science is not very spiritual, you see.
Mm-hmm.
Science is very empirical.
And logical, tries to make a logical understanding of anything, so they try to put an understanding to justify or to come up with a logic of how something happens. And some theorists are saying dreams, the function of dreams, they assist in memory formation, integration, problem solving, and consolidation of ideas both about ourselves and the world. So this is according to neuroscientists.
Okay, so let me read something from Sigmund Freud, okay, who developed the psychological discipline of psychoanalysis, wrote extensively about dreams theories, their interpretations in the early 1900s. He explained dreams as manifestations of one's deepest desires and anxieties, often relating to repressed childhood memories of obsession. Furthermore, he believed that virtually every dream topic, regardless of its context, represented a release of sexual tension. Okay. In the interpretation of dreams, written in 1899, Freud developed a psychological technique to interpret dreams and devised a series of guidelines to understand the symbol and motives that appear in our dreams in our modern times. Dreams have been seen as connection to the unconscious mind. They range from a normal and ordinary to overly surreal, bizarre. Dreams can be varying natures, such as being frightened, excited, magical, melancholic, adventurous, or sexual. The events in dreams are generally outside the control of the dreamer, with the exception of lucid dreams, where the dreamer is self-aware. Dreams can be at times make a creative thought occur to the person or give a sense of inspiration. Have you ever had an inspirational dream?
Dreams can be inspirational, yes.
Have you ever had one?
The problem is I forget most of my dreams. So I probably was inspired once upon a time and forgot about it. Because I do dream and I know I wake up knowing I dreamt and then I have no idea what it is that I dreamt.
Okay, yeah,
Sometimes we do forget our dreams when we wake up, but at times, I'm speaking on my behalf, sometimes you have those very scary or very inspirational dreams that you definitely remember. And one too many times, people around me may have a dream about something and it actually happens. They will tell you, I dreamt about this, I don't know what it means, because most of the time, the problem I've seen, we cannot interpret the meaning of dreams. In as much as scientists or neuroscientists will say it's a connection of your subconscious mind, but some of the things that come out of dreams is something that you don't make up. You may dream of someone dying. Your subconscious mind doesn't know that person is dying, but you dream someone is dying, and maybe a week later they die, and you say, but I dreamed about it.
Yeah.
So that's why I was saying it's not only a physical thing, but there's some connection with some realm that is trying to channel messages to our everyday life.
You've got,
it's like a
you've got
channel.
deja vu feeling, huh?
Yeah.
You're doing something and you realize, no, I've done this before.
Like what we
Exactly as it is.
Okay. So like what we've been talking about when it comes to dreams inspiring you, there was a fact that I picked up, I noted it down. Mesopotamia. Kings during the Mesopotamian era. This was 3100s. You know where Mesopotamia is, right? Modern day,
I know
modern day
Mesopotamia.
Iraq.
I think so.
Mesopotamia.
So they paid close attention to dreams. Like there was a king called Gudea, the king of Sumerika, city-state of Lagash. Right? He reigned from 2144 to 2144 to 2124 BC, 21 AC, 2144 BC.
He's a very old man, eh?
Okay. He rebuilt the temples of Ningisu. Oh my God, these words, Jesus! He rebuilt the temple of Ningisu as a result of a dream, which he was told to do so. So there were interpreters who told him that no, if you dream about rebuilding this temple, you have to do it. So they thought that dreams were spiritual.
But I don't think there are a lot of people who doubt it or who argue against, but there's lots of evidence, abundant evidence that dreams are actually spiritual. Not all of them,
Yeah,
but some are
of them,
spiritual. So you dream of a close departed relative telling you, no, don't touch or don't eat right?
Mm.
And then you get to a certain function and you do not eat. And then when you leave there, you hear that 4 or 5 people were taken ill by food poisoning. You know?
Okay.
Things like that. So it's not your brain that is gone to the future and found out that food should not be eaten when there are lots of people around here, or this food was not properly prepared, whatever.
Yes, because there's a traditional healer in South Africa. She goes by the name Mbuya Moyo. Gogomoyo, not Mbuya Moyo. Gogomoyo. Gogomoyo's take on dreams of you dreaming of a dead person. She says when the deceased person appears in your dreams, it could be that they are trying to show you how they are doing since they passed on. Again, it's important to take note of what they are doing in the dream, meaning of the dreams, the actions, and what's happening where you are, the environment and all. So if they're smiling, happy, relaxed, then they're sending a greeting, they're letting you know that they're there for you and they're happy. However, if their actions represent sadness, such as crying or anger, then you know their souls have been troubled. And in either case, you need to connect with them, communicate with them, so that you know exactly why they are being troubled by things like this. This is being spiritual in a dream.
That you want to get to that stage.
Which stage?
Because once you start doing that, you are now being ruled by dreams. A lot of people who start saying, I dreamt this and that, this is definitely going to happen. I dreamt this and that, this is definitely my dreams don't lie. Now, we are not saying, if we can use the dream for your own benefit and for the benefit of the community at large, and so it's an inspired dream, or it's a dream that's for warning your kids.
Okay.
And then you tell people for the next couple of, even if you're playing outside, don't go and play in the road. I saw a big vehicle driving over lots of children, and you avoid unnecessary accidents. That's fine. But then if you start living and following after your dead relatives because you are seeing them in dreams, it's maybe taking it maybe just a slight.
Okay, fine. Let's leave the dead relatives approach because it seems as if it's spooking you. Okay, ancient Egyptians, as far back as 2000 BC, the Egyptians wrote down their dreams on papyrus. People with vivid and significant dreams were thought of to be blessed, and they received divine revelation. So dreaming was taken as a big integral part of Egyptian spiritual society.
Yeah, they've played a very good, big role. In fact, if you look at history, you'll find even kings had advisors, or they had spiritual people who often would dream of, even if they are going to war, they would talk
dream
to
the
their
outcomes,
spiritual whatever, guide or whoever, and they say, I had a dream and this is what it means, and we are going to win. And sometimes for sure they won because there was an interpretation of that message.
They were held in high regard, like it was ancient oracles, you know.
But do we have those people now, the people who can interpret these dreams?
I do not know.
Sadly, we have a few, but I think now, because of the society we live in, and the technology and stuff, and people are taking it scientific, and
technology and land barons have made it impossible for people to, because Egyptians, they used to have they would go to sanctuaries and sleep on special dreams. So now, where can you get facilities like that so you can sleep on special dreams?
Go to a hotel.
You can't.
Go to a hotel.
No, that's
so sleep nicely. Then you can dream properly.
You're looking for healings from God.
You need a specific place. So, like I was saying, you have it's an access to a. It may not be spiritual, like people want to say spiritual, but it's an access to some other realm that may reflect on your current life or your current situation. In some instances, there is a message for you that may be beneficial for you, your life, your community, or your country. There is someone who has to dream about something.
But you need to ask the correct people, huh?
Yes, you do.
Because
Definitely.
if you just ask everyone,
They know they will not.
this is when you start consulting the seers, and you know what the Bible and what happened to King Saul for consulting the seers. This is where the problem comes. If the dream is truly spiritual, regardless of who has actually manifested in your dream, but the spiritual world is connecting with you and forewarning or leading you or inspiring you or advising you, then you need the correct person who can then interpret it, and the person who interprets is the one and only. He's the only one who can do it. So, but then through whom will he channel that interpretation to you? Now, if you go to the wrong person, you then consult the seers, and once you consult the seers, you know what will happen.
But Tavitu, to take you back, I know when people dream, sometimes, not most of the times actually, I'll tell you, Munya, even when you wake up, when you dream a dream, your feeling, your gut tells you this was a good dream, this was a bad dream. Even if you cannot interpret it, but your gut says, hey, today I had strange nights. I dreamt these weird dreams.
Yeah.
But when you wake up, there's a feeling that tells you whatever went on in the dream, it was a good thing or it was a bad thing.
Okay.
Sometimes you wake up feeling tired.
Yeah, sometimes you wake up feeling happy and stuff. That's why I'm trying to touch on most religions. So I talked about Mesopotamia, talked about the Egyptians. Would you like to know what the Buddhists think about dreams?
Yeah,
You are looking at me like that,
People would like to
especially you.
know.
You.
Do I want to know
You
this?
really do, because the Buddhists have their also a different take on dreams. Say, dreams, okay? Dreams are mind-created phenomena, and they are activities of the mind. All human beings dream, although some people cannot remember. Buddhism teaches that some dreams have psychological significance. The 6 causes mentioned earlier can also be classified as following manner. The six principles of Buddhism, those are the ones being talked about. And then every single thought is created and stored in our subconscious mind, and some of them strongly influence the mind according to our anxieties. When we sleep, some of these thoughts are activated and appear to us as pictures moving before us. This happens because during sleep, the 5 senses which constitute our contact with the outside world are temporarily arrested. The subconscious mind then is free to become dominant and to replay thoughts that are stored. These dreams may be of value to psychiatry, but cannot be classified as prophetic. They are merely reflections of the mind at rest. Buddhism.
That's Buddhism. That's their thing.
Okay, fine. But then, with dreams, like if you can, let's not call it prophecy. Let's call it you getting information from a dream of something that you actually have no idea about. So, Tao buys a car, right? And you have no idea that this has happened, okay? You are physically removed from each other, right? And you dream Tao driving a car,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
It has nothing prophetic about it,
Yes.
but you have gained information that you hitherto didn't have, right? And then you meet Tao and you see Tao is driving a car. What will you say? I dreamt about you driving a car. It was not that it was prophetic, but there was somewhere, somehow, that information managed to come to you. Unless, of course, as a good friend, you are always hoping that Tao actually drives a beautiful car. Then it manifests in your subconscious.
mind.
You see? But
Yeah,
otherwise,
most
you
probably
somehow.
you talked about it somewhere, somehow. You know, it could have happened like that. You spoke about it and you manifested it more than the original owner of the idea.
And then he actually got the car.
Yeah, he actually got the car. Most probably, there's people are cheeky.
But that's
Some
what I'm
people
saying.
will
that
start
it's,
saying
it's
things.
spiritual. It's spiritual because the fact that you are only talking about something and then willing it to be means you have not taken an actual or physical step towards him having a vehicle. But he now has a vehicle.
Okay. Yeah, I understand that.
So it's spiritual rather than being. So the dream has been connected via your dream somehow has been linked so that in your subconscious you relax. Your wishing him to have a car is now okay because now he has a car. You can even visualize it in your sleep.
The Buddhists call it karmic energy, which is accumulated in the past.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. That was a good point. But yeah, the Buddhists talk about that. It's called karmic energy accumulated in the past. So,
But when you're coming to Travis' point, you're trying to bring together our thoughts on this. What I am perceiving is that when you dream, it's like an open channel, right? It's not only your subconscious that is open to this channel. There are messages from your subconscious as well as other
From your surrounding,
other entities,
from other realms,
which are
from
not
other
only your subconscious. So that's when you dream, you can either dream about your deeper fantasies or insecurities, fears, whatever, but also there's a channel that's just open to other realms feeding information to you because, like what you said, your senses are made to
They are
be at
vested.
ease. So we understand everyone has a spirit. We cannot say you don't have a spirit. So it means that when your senses are inhibited, there are other senses which are more alert than others, which would not happen during the day.
Yes.
So it becomes a channel for messages also to come through that thing. So it can encompass everything, like your subconscious, and there are messages coming to you through to your subconscious, because you have people who have dreamed, like you're saying in Egypt, they dreamed of these things and they went and built these things. So how do you explain building something you never thought about in your normal day-to-day?
Mesopotamia.
Where do you get that? And up to now, people don't know how the pyramids were built, but the pyramids are in synchrony with the stars. How then did people back then who did not know about astrology do something which was so accurate? And you're talking about they dream these things. So we should understand that in as much as it's a subconscious thing, but also in our subconscious, we are being fed information from someone we don't know. We don't have, like we cannot say, I thought about this, but it came to you. Why did it come to you? Because there's a purpose. So it's a channel for messages. Maybe you may believe in God or the divine or nature or the universe, but we should also accept that there's that openness of that channel.
Because the Buddhists also go on, especially on your point, and say such dreams occur only very rarely and only to certain people with a special kind of mental makeup. The sign of the effect of certain karmas also appears in our minds at the last moment when we are going to depart from this world. So I believe you've met these situations whereby someone predicts the day they die, or predicts how they're going to die, or they start talking about things like they are going to die and then they die. That, to me, is spiritual.
Okay.
It is. It is. People actually, especially I've noticed someone when they're dying, they start saying, I need to do this, I need to see so and so, I need to do that. You wonder why they start saying these things, and when they see that person, you hear maybe tomorrow they died after the person showed up.
And also, on a side note, if you're experiencing bad dreams which keep on occurring and occurring, it is best to check yourself. Go see a psychiatrist, because most probably you might have hidden stresses and not lie behind dreams being...
Oh yeah, just crazy.
Yes, you need a psychiatrist as well.
So I have something I read about dreams, like symbols, like you're saying, psychologists, psychiatrists, they also have standard meanings for dreams. Like there are some standard interpretation of what you dream. Like animals often represent the part of your psyche that feels connected to nature and survival. Being chased by a predator suggests you're holding back repressed emotion like fear or aggression. If you dream about babies, can symbolize a literal desire to produce offspring or your vulnerability to feel loved. They can also signify a new start. Also, in African culture, babies also are not good. Some people, they say they are, there's little, what you call them? Those little
Goblins.
Goblins, yeah. If you dream of babies, if you dream of those babies, sometimes they say it's witches and goblins which are coming after you. If you dream about clothes, they say it's a statement about how you want people to perceive us, because clothes are what you wear. So if you're dreaming about clothes, it's you may feel like you are unattractive, worn out, or changing what you wear may reflect a lifestyle change. Crosses interpreted subjectively depending on your religious belief.
Okay.
Some see it as symbolizing balance, death, or an end to a particular phase of life. So the specific circumstances of that object will help you define your dream. So there are many standards I could have gone on, but
Which it would, I think it would be very helpful if we know that which culture says this.
this is like in general, like it's a what you call it's a combination of
Many cultures,
many cultures
reached to one certain point.
certain issues with
Okay.
all cultures come to agreement on certain things. Like if you dream about babies, like even if you dream about fruits, no matter what religion you're on, you know if you dream about fruits, it means fruitful. It means you are gathering fruit.
Fruity.
So there are some things that are
Okay,
really basic. Like if you dream about fish,
Yes.
fish are a good thing. You're fishing, you dream about catching fish, it means you're going to catch something.
Money.
Because Mbuya, okay, Gogo Moyo says if you dream about snakes, person who dreams about snakes is spiritually gifted. Those snakes are scary, and most people, they symbolize, to most people they're scary, but they symbolize your ancestors. As long as the snake in your dream doesn't bite you, it simply means that your ancestors are trying to reach out to you. If bitten, you need to be worried, because then they aren't going to be friendly. So you have to improve your.
What if their snakes are chasing you?
Then you have to communicate with your ancestors on your ancestors' toll-free line. Call 0800 ancestors, what's going on, and get more information.
Like sounds like my listening, if you're being chased is one of the most common dreams. It's symbols in all cultures. It means you're feeling threatened. So reflect on who's chasing you. They may be symbolic, and why they are possible threat in real life.
Okay, I know chasing, and another one which is very common is falling.
Or falling
Yeah,
is a common dream.
before we go on falling, they said that if you're being chased, right, the biggest
This is
concern.
Gogo?
Yeah, this is
This
Gogo.
Gogo?
This is Gogo Moyo.
I'm not liking this Gogo.
I like Gogo Moyo because she's cool like that.
I'm not
says
liking
that
Gogo.
she says that the biggest concern with being chased is if you are caught in the dream,
I never
then
get
the
caught.
meaning is different and trouble is lurking. If you are caught,
I'm never caught. Actually, I've never been caught.
but
I've always-
you're running and your feet
Oh, are
like Charles
stuck.
Mabika says have been taken away from you.
Your feet are
You're
stuck.
weak. You can't even
But
run.
they don't catch you. They never catch me.
Okay,
They-
dreaming of falling. Gogo.
Gogo again.
Gogo Moyo, man, back it in again with the fire. Gogo Moyo says
Gogo seems to
falling.
have all the answers.
She
I don't
does.
trust people who have all the answers.
Gogo is listen to what Gogo has to say. Gogo falling in a dream suggests that you are having trouble finding your feet in life and mainly maintaining stability. You're anxious, moody, and find it hard to stay in a relationship. You need to seek help to bring stability in your life.
That's what falling.
Are you dwelling on what Gogo is saying?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
I'm actually thinking.
On a side
What
note,
if-
people, I read what Gogo said. He looked into the distant.
I was thinking, what if you are dreaming of snakes all around you, not biting you, but you and the snakes are falling?
How can you be?
Nigga, dude, you got some
Nah. Those are weird.
dreams.
These are the things that we're talking about. That sometimes dreams are dreams. You need to go see a psychiatrist because these dreams, you are falling with the snakes.
Yes.
And then the snakes fall on top of you, but they don't bite you.
No,
maybe you
there's
just-
no falling. You don't reach a
just
point
watch,
of you keep falling and you keep falling, and all around you the snakes are like they are on your feet or they are around you. They're just moving around.
You have fallen on your ancestors.
Maybe
You have not fallen and landed.
Maybe
Or you're not
you were
stepping on them.
watching-
They're there and they
Maybe
keep.
you are watching Jumanji. I think maybe you watch Jumanji on Netflix. And
This is why I'm saying you have to understand it is some of these things might actually be more to do with the physical than because you have watched Jumanji or you have watched this
National
Friday the
Geo.
13th
Or
on National Geographic is when it tells you the largest predators, the best predators, and then you are sleeping and you see a shark doing shark things on land, and you think it's your ancestors. We don't even have a sea in our country. How do we have ancestors?
Okay,
from
but
sharks?
Gogo Moyo says the obvious. Dreaming of a wedding, not good. We've heard this before, eh?
yeah, dreaming of a wedding is not
Dreaming of a
Dreaming of a
wedding.
funeral.
It's actually
She never spoke.
in our Zimbabwean culture, it's the opposite. It means life. It means if you dream of a funeral, it actually means more life to the person. Maybe you dream of dying.
Yes, and then also dreaming of food or eating. Dreaming of food is bad.
What about eating the food?
It's really bad.
It's bad because now
Which
that's
is
when you're
fed
being
you.
bewitched through food, and dreaming of you being naked is bad as well.
Yeah.
So
Dreaming of you being naked.
being
Yeah.
naked is bad.
Yeah,
as
that's-
What if you sleep naked?
If you sleep naked, there's
You're
no
not
reason for
supposed to
you
be
to dream
dreaming
naked,
naked.
because now you're dreaming of you dreaming when you're sleeping naked. That's
And you say I'm crazy.
yes. So yes, you are. So
Not on the side.
there are things that Gogomoyo said that when you dream or when you still remember your
We
dream.
need to bring Gogomoyo on the show and ask her about these things. I think she's lying when she's writing.
Gogomoyo
these
is
things.
late. Gogomoyo is
According
she's South
She
African.
can come
by
to
the
our
way.
dreams.
She's South African.
She's the
no.
one who was an expert in dreams. Let her come to the dreams.
Jesus Christ, man! Don't do Gogo like that. So Gogomoyo anyway said that you have to look for if you still remember the dream, if you are someone who interprets the dream or you want to understand the dream more, you have to know the location where you were. The dream was a familiar place or a venue that you never visited. The actions, what you're doing in the dream or you're running from, dancing, teaching, cooking, etc. Your company, people you were with in the dream. Your emotions, how you feel in the dream, anxious, scared, ashamed, worried, relaxed,
Yeah,
happy,
exactly.
and stuff like that. So they
they agree on
help
emotions.
more on how to interpret your dream.
I have my good friend actually. He's very good at interpreting dreams. He said to me, whenever I have a dream that I don't understand, he will try and make an explanation about it. But he told me the most important thing about a dream, like you're saying, is pay attention to detail. Don't get excited that you dreamt about something, but what you need to know when you do remember that dream, pay attention to what was happening, where you were, who was there, what was going on. Because most of the time, you get excited when you dream a good dream, then you're like, yeah, I dreamed this, but you did not pay attention to the detail. It wasn't about what you think it's about,
Yeah.
but there are small details that are there. Because dreams are cryptic, if you want to put it that way.
Okay.
You have to decipher the meaning of what you're dreaming.
Right.
So that's why there's a standard interpretation of dreams, which is cross-cultural.
Yeah.
It doesn't depend what you believe, but there's always a standard. So you have to pay attention to details like what am I dreaming about? Where was I? What was I doing? Who was I with? What were the activities? What was my mood?
Yes, exactly like what Gogo Moyo says.
Or like you
So-
and your Gogomoyo.
I am taking Gogomoyo's side because she's talking about things that we have in common. But anyway, guys, that was our podcast for today. We're talking about dreams, and comment and tell us the dreams that you've had and the weird explanations you've had about dreams. Or for example, when you dream of you being in sewage, people say it's money, but how is that money? You know, tell us your weird dreams. Tell us the most thought-revealing, thought-provoking interpretations you've heard about dreams. Dreams can be psychological and they can be spiritual. Let's keep the conversation going. Spotify, YouTube, Radio Republic, SoundCloud, Google Podcasts, Stitcher. We're all there. So tell us what you think and how do you hold dreams in your personal being? Are they spiritual or are they just events which are stuck at the back of your mind in your subconscious? But really, we really need to hear your feedback. So any other topics you want us to discuss about, we are free to do that. So just holler at us, send us a comment and tell us what you think and what you would want to hear. So from the Maungira Gwenga Politburo and to you, our clan,
And
join the
king
clan.
Of side notes.
King of side notes. Here
King
is
of
me.
something. King of walls, maybe.
Yeah. So okay, right now we are wrapping it up there, and guys, let's keep the discussion going.
Thank you for coming.